Hey Gemini Cancers, welcome into your 2026 yearly forecast. This is a mini oracle reading where we're going to look month to month to see what the overall energy will be. I thank you guys so much for tuning into this message here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, my loves. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad free. I love you all so very much, and I thank you for your love and support. It truly means the world to me. If you're interested in becoming a member of this channel for exclusive viewer perks and so much more, you can hit that join button next to subscribe underneath this video if you see it, or you can click the link in my description box below. All right, it'll take you to the same page where you can overview the member tiers and see what they offer, and I encourage you to join wherever you feel comfortable. I'd love to have you guys on the intimate side of this channel. But until then, Gemini Cancer, let's talk about what I was getting in your meditation here for 2026. Okay, it seems like you are going to be experiencing a lot of transformation when it comes to identity. And what I mean by identity is how you relate to your roots, your home, your culture, okay? So think fourth house energy could be very, very significant here. There may even be a ending of one sense of self or one perspective of self, one view of yourself, and the beginning of another, okay? So you no longer think this about yourself, you now think this. That kind of cognitive shift, I kind of sensed happening for you in 2026. This could also be a year where you really do learn a lot of lessons around letting go, making room and creating space for new things by transmuting, releasing, shifting old energy, okay? I'm hearing old practices, okay? So this could be a year where your habits change, Gemini Cancer. New habits form to support a newer version of yourself, a more evolved version of yourself, you could say. Okay. But that's what I was getting in my meditation. Let's see what the divine universe has to say about it. What's this evolution that's happening for Gemini Cancer in 2026 divine, starting with January? Overall energy for January, Gemini Cancer. Okay. Rejection. That could absolutely be you full. Okay, I'm hearing like full stop, hard stop with something, you rejecting, or something rejecting you, and not necessarily in a negative way, but this could even be, I'm getting like food sensitivities, like your body no longer can process certain foods or is no longer interested in that, or you need something different, okay? Or your palate is changing. Now that might not be food, that could just be your taste in general, okay? You want something more or something different. You're hungering for something more. Like there's a craving here, new cravings. You might be craving new experiences, Gemini Cancer, new adventures, new ideas. Exploring new territory could be a big theme for you here, okay? So like rejecting the old and embracing the new is what I get off of that. Show me February. Frustration. Okay, now we do have Saturn and Neptune entering Aries in February. They're actually going to have a conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries. Very significant energy, very powerful energy, okay? And this might cause a little bit of frustration because you are going to be pushed into a little bit more of an embodied energy, Gemini Cancer, where I feel like you might be really wanting to be in the mind, okay? So you are being called to embody something. Maybe this is something you've been spending time with in your mind or in your mental body, thinking a lot about. It might be time to embody that energy, but there's something that could feel, I'm hearing unnatural about it. Not that it isn't a natural energy for you, it's just uncomfortable. Okay? Now, whatever this rejection is, it could be because ultimately it isn't the best fit for you. Okay? I'm hearing it's not the crowd you want to be around. So take that as that resonates. So it's rejection that works out as protection. It always works in your favor here. You would be frustrated if this turned into a green light, or if something did happen, or if you weren't rejected or accepted by something, it wouldn't be the right fit. Okay, so something about that gets clear. Maybe there is a part of you that's been trying to fit in with some sort of culture norm or societal norm that you're ready to like break the boundaries of, or I'm hearing force your way out of. So something very Mars could be relevant for you. Check in with your Mars placement here. Okay, there's always free natal chart calculators linked in the description box of every video on my channel for those of you that might be new to your natal chart and astrology in general. Show me March for Gemini Cancer. Success. Look at all this orange. Okay, so sacral chakra, hello. First quarter of the year, you're in your second chakra a lot. Ideation, success, yeah. Like I said, part of you wants to be in the mind, like something that you've been thinking about for a while, Gemini Cancer. You're going to be called to embody in 2026. By March, you might be very successful at it, although it might be a little bit of a bumpy road in January and February, trying to kind of work the kinks out of whatever this is. Don't be afraid to try, Gemini Cancer. Don't be afraid to mess up or make a mistake, or don't be afraid to figure something out. It's almost like something has to get very, I'm back to this Mars energy, action oriented with you. Like the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get with it. But thinking about it isn't the same as doing it. It's an embodied, this is about you embodying certain practices, certain beliefs, certain ideas. Okay? So you have success with this though, come March. Show me April for Gemini Cancer. What's the overall energy for the month of April in 2026? Disruption, okay? Anxiety, okay. Okay. Something unexpected could happen here in April that makes you worry more than you need to. Okay? It almost feels like you're trying to bridge a gap between your ideal self and who you feel or who you think you are in the present moment. There might not be that much distance between those two ideas or those two versions of you, but it almost feels like from your perspective, they're like miles and miles away. That could be where that frustration comes from. Okay, so something in April gets, I'm hearing distorted. Okay. So be mindful of your point of view. Be mindful of your perception here, Gemini Cancer. What you think might not be the full picture or might not be the full reality or full truth here. Interesting. Okay, show me May. What does May look like for Gemini Cancer? Confidence. Okay. So whatever the disruption is, it doesn't last long. I just heard it doesn't last long. So you might kind of have a little dip in your energy, a little stumble, a little slip, and then you step back into some sort of flow here. Some of y'all might be dealing with something or looking at something like, I should be further than I am right now. Something should have happened already. Make sure you're not, that could be that anxiety, living too far ahead in the future, not really being grounded and present in the moment. Don't forget to appreciate the journey that you're on. As exciting as that destination or reaching that goal or hitting that mark might be, the real beauty of it all, like the real importance of this energy, is the steps you take from point A to point B. Cherish that a little bit more. Yeah, don't get too lost in the future, Gemini Cancer. You'll worry yourself into, I'm hearing stagnation. Okay, so that could be what disrupts. Something might pop up, something could happen that pushes your mental energy too far ahead of the current moment. But it seems like you come back into some sort of groundedness with this confidence in May. Show me June for Gemini Cancer. Yeah, balance. Okay, so your birthday month, you get a little balanced here. You figure something out. Something that was unknown becomes very apparent to you or very clear to you in your birthday season. Yeah, it's about balance. It's about balance. Okay, so you might enter 2026 trying to push yourself really hard. Yeah, I see someone trying to just kind of like, I'm hearing like quick cold turkey, like something like a little hardcore. Yeah, something a little hardcore. You see some form of success with that, and then something out of your control might happen here with this disruption. So this might be a month in April here where you are going to have to expand your awareness around that kind of ending and beginning, transformation, 8th house kind of an energy. So something about your 8th house is significant. That could be where your Mars is for somebody here. It doesn't necessarily have to be for you to resonate with this message. Just feeling that for someone. Okay, clarify this energy. Show me July. What does July look like? Movement. Yeah, like I said, avoiding stagnation. So what might have been stuck in stagnant, you find momentum, or you start building or creating momentum in. Okay. July is also when our lunar nodes shift from North Node in Pisces to North Node in Aquarius, South Node in Virgo to South Node in Leo. Okay. If you follow Western astrology. I believe if you follow Vedic, it would be North Node Capricorn, South Node Cancer. Okay. So maybe that's a part of this too. Okay, clarify. Yeah, creativity. That's what gets moving. Again, like I said, you might have some sort of idea that you're trying to flex out, trying to figure out. Something clicks, something works. It's almost like if you felt kind of like odd person out, right? Square peg, round hole. This doesn't really fit me, or I don't really fit anywhere. It's almost like you carve out your own square hole somewhere with whatever this might be. You create something that maybe disrupts a larger pattern or a larger sequence of energy. Okay. Show me August for Gemini, Cancer? Oh, creativity. Okay, boom, came right back out. Okay. Yeah, so where you might have felt a little forced in the energy, things start to flow. Second half of the year. Show me September for Gemini, Cancer. Whoa. Okay. There's that hunger. Yeah, hungry for more success, or there's this, okay, some of y'all, there could be like this void that's getting filled within you. Again, square peg, round hole, but square peg finding the square hole. That could be just like a larger theme of 2026 for you. Finding your community, finding your people, finding your place, finding your space, finding yourself. I'm hearing this is where I'm meant to be. This is what was meant to be, something meant to be. Some part of your destiny could be unfolding in 2026. Okay, show me October. Sadness, okay. This almost feels like bittersweet sadness. Sometimes when we step into really abundant and good flowing energy and seasons in our life, or when you reach a certain level of kind of like awareness, there sometimes is that moment where you kind of mourn the versions of yourself that wasn't aware, or that weren't aware of what you now know, or what you've kind of figured out here, what balance you found. That's kind of what I'm getting off this sadness. It's like lamenting the person you once were, or the fact that you weren't aware of that. Like, if only they knew this then. It's kind of a bittersweet moment in October, but I don't feel like it's, I'm hearing it's natural sadness. It's natural sadness. However that resonates for you, it's natural sadness. Not anything that is triggered by anything else. It's just a part of whatever this movement is. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm sad I couldn't get to this point sooner, or I don't know, maybe something of your creativity creates some sort of movement, does some sort of thing, maybe on a collective scale. I don't know. It has some sort of larger influence here, Gemini, Cancer, but it's almost like, dang, people were starving for this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe in some facet, in some way, Gemini, Cancer, in the aspects of life or aspects of yourself where you felt like you were alone, you might step into the awareness that you're not. So then it's that more sensitive nature that you have that is like, dang, I'm not the only one that's felt that way, or that's gone through that. And it kind of makes you sad for, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. It's sweet that there is that kind of camaraderie, but it might be happening under bitter circumstances, right? Okay. Show me November here for Gemini, Cancer. 2026. November 2026 for Gemini, Cancer. Fear. Right. That's what I mean. Okay, some of y'all are definitely with this creativity. Maybe some of y'all are artists, or you definitely have an artistic soul or an artistic nature about yourself. it's thinking on how you feel, or thinking on the feeling that you're experiencing, that's kind of bringing in some sort of solemn energy, maybe even a little melancholy. So you might be really in your emotional body towards the end of 2026. Maybe feeling a lot of collective energy depending on what's happening around that time. Fear in November. Yeah, unsure of what's next, what's to come. Okay, show me December then. Show me December 2026 for Gemini Cancer. How do they end out the year? Protection. Yeah, it's almost like discovering a need that's been unmet for so long that it's almost kind of sad that you've gone without it, or others have gone without it, or that the need is that large. It's like there's something very compassionate in the heart space around this energy for you, Gemini Cancer. Maybe this is like a passion project of yours, or a call to some sort of philanthropy or social work in some way. Something or someone, maybe even yourself, needs to be protected. Isolation. Maybe you're meeting other isolated souls, or souls that have gone through long periods of isolation. Maybe that's again, I can't get away from this feeling like, I don't know, maybe some of y'all are in therapy, or something that you do creatively is therapy for people. And that could, again, it's bittersweet. It's sweet that it might be solace for souls, but it's also kind of bitter that so many souls need that kind of comfort. So you just might really be in that kind of a mode here towards the end of 2026, which is very interesting. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Gemini Cancer. This was your mini oracle reading here at Cusp of Roses. If you want your own personal 2026 forecast, where we pull an overall energy for each month, but in your personal, I'll get a little deeper in that energy with tarot. You can book that at my website, cuspofroses.store, okay? Don't forget, you can also shop your Cusp merch on the store. That's always linked in the description box below. All right, and if you've made it this far in the message, I appreciate you for being here, love. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so I can pick up on your energy in future messages. And check out the channel membership, okay, for exclusive reading series and so much more. All right, I love you lots. And I really do hope that this was helpful and can guide you through 2026. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.